Hello everyone and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast is part of a Spectra Dossier P2. This audio podcast as part of a SZtorm. This audio podcast as part of a Squadron. This audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production. In this audio podcast, the sort of conclusion, the conclusion to the conclusion to as part of as part of campaign based or initiative based works from 2013 to 2015, and where the peer review publication in 2015 informs of the conclusion as thus. So over 200 signatures for blood and solid organ transplant have been received from members of different faiths and BAME groups. This had at the time had been a remarkable achievement. The Lord Mayor's Bristol, the Lord Mayor of Bristol's campaign highlighted or informed the importance of all faiths and communities interacting in the issues surrounding blood and solid organ transplantation, and in general, what had made the campaign sort of successful is that it adapted a sort of a bottom-up approach to ensure to ensure blood and solid organ transplantation awareness and understanding issues had been addressed. The campaign had been developed through numerous sort of practical educational activities, most of which had involved a high level of participation. If the if the if the blood and solid organ transplant supply and demand issue is to be addressed, everyone needs to take sort of a stance to ensure that communities are properly represented. The Law Mayor campaign in Bristol Southwest in around 2013 had been an exceptional example. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a Spectra Dossier P2. This audio podcast as part of a Squadron. This audio podcast as part of a SZtorm. This audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production.